Tonight, I am supposed to give you a little bit more of a Rotary perspective of becoming a member. And what I would prefer to do is actually to talk about my own experience, to share that more from a personal point of view, for you to understand and consider in terms of what you do in your own personal life. Now, I joined Rotary while I was fairly young, and maybe I think it's about 28 years ago, if I'm correct. And it was really because of the fact that I came from a background with a family that was always involved in doing community work and supporting those of who are lesser fortunate. And that's something that was instilled in me. However, coming to the workplace, I started to work and I realized that there was an opportunity to help those who were lesser fortunate. Not because, my family did it, but also because I've seen it for myself, how privileged and lucky I was to get up every single morning, have something to eat, have something to eat at lunchtime, have something to eat at dinner time. And it was definitely something that, caught my attention, how it is there was such an imbalance in our society and what it is that we needed to do as, helpers and supporters in our communities. When I saw some of the things, I got involved and in many, homes for the aged. I got involved in homeless places. I got involved in many different little avenues where I supported. And then one of my friends invited me to a Rotary meeting. And I went, and in no time, I was inducted as a member. My journey as a Rotarian is something that is very, in my opinion, very precious. And I say that because of the fact that Rotary is just not about helping others. Rotary is family. It is something that is, if you become a Rotarian, you are joining a family of about approximately 1.3 million people. And they have the same ideals. So we're all about, first and foremost, making sure we have the vocations that we can help utilize those vocations that we have to support those who are lesser fortunate, bring in our expertise, or even develop our expertise or training and become expertise, because of the fact that Rotary is something that we all learn and develop from. When you come in, you meet a lot of people from very high up to all the way to very normal people and people who are extremely hardworking, dedicated, and committed to helping others. You don't have to be, someone who is very wealthy to support someone. You can be someone who can give guidance. I'll give you a classic example. A particular individual called me up and asked if I can support with their child because their child was having some challenges in school and wanted some guidance. And they looked to me as someone who can guide them and help them. And that is more than something that I'm willing to do and I have supported. The reality is that because of my profession, I can guide and open the minds of young individuals into certain applications of life where they may want to consider, giving them an opportunity to consider what they want to do. These are things that as Rotarians, everyone has a vocation. Everyone has strengths. Everyone has opportunities to come together, even in committees and in projects to help and support. You're part of a bigger network. As a Rotarian, it also helps you as an individual to not only learn and develop, but also to network on broadening your entire base in terms of what you do as a profession, but also opening your horizons to help more. You can go to a club in Port of Spain. You can go to a club in Arima. You can go to a club in Barbados. You can go to a club in the US, Brazil. You can go to a club in India. You can go to a club in Australia. If ever, wherever you travel in the world, you can always find very easily using your smartphone. You can find if there's a meeting in the town that you're in, find out the date and time, and you can just simply go as a visiting Rotarian. you meet friends, you learn new opportunities, you learn how people actually help their communities, and you get ideas to share in your own community, and you develop your own personal growth as well too. Rotary is family. It's about helping. It's all about supporting. It's about high ethical standards. It's about making sure that we embrace our vocational service and to support the communities we live in. We treat everyone with respect. No one must be looked upon. I am the assistant governor for the South Cluster of Clubs, which Rotary Club of Point Fortin falls under. And being an assistant governor is a greater opportunity to be a servant to all of the South clubs to help them help their communities. And that's what I am. And I think I'm very privileged to be in a position where I can help through the different districts and different channels to support people, whether it is maybe have a seminar, whether it is to have a training, whether it is to invite them to an event that's coming up. All these are things that we have access to. Okay, so I just want you to understand Rotary is about family. Rotary is about helping our communities. Rotary is utilizing the resources that are around you to bring into projects that are going to be fulfilling to your communities, to make your communities a better place, to make those who are less fortunate to be better off tomorrow, to teach a man how to fish rather than to give him a fish to eat tonight. You have an opportunity. Being recognized as a visitor of Rotary is a huge situation for you. You should be proud that you have been asked to actually visit our Rotary Club, to attend this meeting, to be considered as a potential Rotarian. I would like to urge you, and I would like to support the club in inviting you to their projects or inviting you to other events, maybe virtually or in person. Some things are now in person. You're more than welcome to attend as a visitor of the club and to see and experience what it is about. And consider joining Rotary. I will give you a couple of experiences that I would like to share. I played Santa Claus many times during my Rotarian years. And there was one Christmas we did this for a home for the aged, but they also had children who came in from special needs home, and they came into this home for the aged as well. So they had one big Santa Claus. So we gave out presents to the home for the aged, the individuals who lived there. That was beautiful. The older people are so relaxed and so encouraging. They always smile and they're so grateful. And then we gave out gifts for the kids. And, being Santa, of course, all the kids came and sat on my lap and we talked and we laughed and we gave them a gift. And I asked everyone, each one of them, to tell me what they wanted for Christmas next year. And there was one kid who looked into my eyes and said, Santa, I want to live one more year. And that is a turning point. This kid, unfortunately, had a terminal disease, which I would not call, but turned to me. I was so grateful for the gift. He looked at me and he said, I want to live one more year. Now, that is heartbreaking. That rocks you back as an individual. It takes you into a different zone, into a different place. It gives you the reason why we exist as a human, in humanity. Why it is that we do things in Rotary to help people. Here it is, we are so gifted. Every day we get up in the morning, we have our limbs and legs and everything, and we hustle and we thinking about the traffic, or we didn't like what we eat for breakfast, and we just like, I didn't like that didn't taste good, whatever, as the case may be, and we might get upset for the smallest of things. But here's one kid asking to live one more year. Just imagine that. It gives you a big perspective of how you can make an impact to people. And the smaller things, I've learned that the smaller things in life These smaller things in life are really more important. Just like how you give a little child, you could go to the store and buy a nice toy for the child and you give the child a toy, but the child would prefer go and pick up an old hubcap on the side of the road and take a stick and beat it because it's making more noise. That is the reality. It's the smaller things that makes a lot of difference. And Rotary is about in getting involved in all these small little things. Each individual here do small things that add up as a club to be something that is extremely powerful to your environment, to your community. I could go on and on and on, but Rotary has a set of ideals, ethics, it has professional lives. It brings you into a perspective that you can share. It promotes you as an individual, develops your skill sets as an individual to become even more of a professional. You can get up in front of a crowd of maybe 100, 200, 300, or even a few thousand people and speak with confidence that you are fully aware and know exactly what you're about and how you can help people, how you can navigate and pull resources to help people. This is Rotary. And I want to tell you that you can go to rotary.org and you can see as much information as you want, but I would urge you to seriously consider doing an in-service meeting or going visit a project. If you become a Rotary member, you will have access to the back end of Rotary, which is a learning center. You will become a member, you have membership access to a lot of information. The Learning Center is one of the most diverse areas for a young individual who wants to learn about different fields, about management, about strategic planning, about all these things, about improving your skill sets and improving the skill sets of your club. And each member of your club has different roles and they can now develop those skill sets and those roles. Rotary gives that opportunity to every member. Every member can become a president, every member can become a different role every year. It just gives you such a powerful opportunity to grow yourselves, keeping in the objective that we are here to support and help. Rotary Club of Point Fortin is an amazing club. Some fantastic projects. Right? We have Dr. Niles here who can tell you I have seen Dr. Niles support in many of these projects. You have gems among you, I will tell you, embrace and utilize the skill sets, learn from them and talk to them because they bring so much value that you will never believe that existed and right up here close to you. And these are things I would tell you. You have Shadron here, Brent here, you have the President Ricardo here. I mean, they are phenomenal people that I am, if you become closer to them, you understand the person they are, you understand the warmth and the happiness that they bring to people. Honestly speaking, you could not be with a really better club. They are wonderful people. I'm sorry that we have past assistant governor is not here with us tonight, Marie Rogers, and I would just like you to meet with them if you haven't met with her before, So I can go on and on. I just want to say it is a pleasure to be here just to open up your eyes a little bit to Rotary. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm very much open to answering them. And of course, if it's too much of a difficult question, we have professionals like President Ricardo and Secretary Brent and the whole group here. So I'm not worried about questions. So I want to just give the opportunity to both of you to ask one or two questions.